Yo, yo, my sovereigns, what up? This is Boba Fett, uncensored on the internet, with episode 13 on the 1st of April, Splinterlands 101. Tonight, we're going to be talking predominantly about guilds and brawls. As we hinted at in the last show, we've got a special guest on tonight. But joining me, as usual, my co-hosts, the most amazing gentleman who ever lived or something.
Howdy.
That Agro called you. And CK Supermodel, Geotrix.
Thank you. Thank you.
And our special guest of the night, guild leader of the Drop Bears. Find her on the blockchain as Bear One. Welcome to our show.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
She's here.
Yes, I am. And we're fresh off a victory. I'm counting it as a victory. Second counts. Okay. So, and thanks for having me, guys.
So this is the Drop Bears' very first brawl. How did it go pre your unexpected, the actual event, and your post event? What's your mishmash on it all?
Okay. Well, Matt was setting the expectations right down, I think, and rightly so, because we didn't know what to expect. I remember we were all sitting in the guild chat, thinking, okay, what do we do? When's it going to happen? How's it all going to work? And then come go time, it was like, okay, this is pretty easy. We can do this. So expectations, it was fun. Like, I mean, there's doing the ranked battles, which is good, but then there's like going in it as a guild, and you feel that community and that friendship that you have with everybody, and you like cheering everybody on and watching all the games and all that sort of stuff. So it brings another layer of, I don't know, another layer to Splinterlands that I never really, like, I've felt it before because I was in the mosh pit, like one of Matt's guilds, but doing all this with you guys was just like, oh my God, this is just whole next level. Let's go next one. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Awesome.
So, it was funny. It was funny in the Discord watching getting these dings. Hey Matt, how does this work? And trying to impress on you guys. It's okay. It's going to be slow, right? You're going to have 2 days to do this, and then you have another 2 days to enter your teams and getting this. Oh, if I've got 9 battles, how am I going to enter them all in 2 minutes at 4 a.m? And it's going to be all right. So yeah, it's definitely a more long-winded process than you were probably anticipating. But on the flip side, you did a great deal better as a guild than I was expecting you to. So
I
massive.
know.
Well done. Congratulations.
Awesome. And Geo, you had a first this season too, didn't you?
A first what? Sorry.
A new PB, a first.
Yes, I reached Diamond 3. So that's really, really interesting. I find it really good. Obviously, a lot of people have high summoners and it's just intense. But right now, oddly enough, I'm finding bronze a lot harder than diamond. Like I'm actually struggling. Yeah, I'm frustrated. Yeah.
Rate yourself as
okay. Well, congratulations, man. That's fantastic. Diamond 3 that's no mean feat, both from a collection power perspective and a battling. There are a lot of people in gold trying to keep you out of diamond. So, and they're not new to the game. So well done, mate. That's kudos.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I versed 2 people from your guild already. Hollow, he wrecked me. Hollows are. Oh, Hollows are really, yeah. And some other dude like Dean Buzz or Dune Bug or something. I don't know. I have to look at the name. But anyhow, yeah, people are really good. People are really, really good.
And especially like your case, I mean, those watching 3 months ago, I was delegating Geo some cards so he'd have enough CP to get from silver 3 into silver 2. Yeah. And now he's just gone, woo, and here he is, diamond, finished in Diamond 3 for the season. That's that's awesome, man. I got to say, it's
Thanks,
like
Bob.
pretty awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. It was boring just holding other assets. It was just really boring, I was just always you know, instead of like gaming and forgetting about the markets as a whole, like I was more like looking at a map just because I was bored, you know, just because like, what's this doing today? Even though it's irrelevant to know, like it doesn't matter. But yeah, and here I am ever since started to take Splinterlands a little bit more seriously. I don't know, man. I feel more relaxed, and yeah, so it's just more chill,
Theo,
not having to worry. Yes,
would you
yes, Bear.
say that sort of, you know, that new sort of renewed vigor into the game has got something to do with being in the guild? Because every day we seem to be like egging each other on, sort of like, where are you up to? Do you need this? How, you know, can we move forward and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, it's the community. It's Matt. It's even Bob. You know, he's the one who started me on it. He literally sent me cards, you know, for me to play with. And I think that sort of, you know, wet my pinky a bit, if you want to put it like that. Uh, kind of got me started onto the whole, you know, just the beginnings of the game. But so that was easier to get into it, having that there, having that collection, a little bit of that collection power set aside for me to actually enjoy it. But I think it would be harder for people who have no idea, who are just starting out in bronze, to really get a sense for how good it can be, because it's sort of hard to know when you're not in it. Beginners might play a few games and be like, oh, this is the same old next, and it's like, it's really not. It's like the higher you go, the more intricate it gets, the more interesting the combos become, and it's just, yeah, it's just so well thought out. There's just so much going on, whereas in bronze you don't see that. It's muted. It's yeah, it's just muted.
Yet it's the hardest level to be in.
I agree. I agree.
Well, except for championship, it's like
Oh
polar
yeah,
opposites, and it's just like,
yeah, like yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Champion 1 might be, I reckon, the most intense thing ever. But yeah, Champion 1 is my bronze at the moment.
So by next episode, you'll be in championship then.
Nah, man. My funds have stopped. You know, like that's where my that's where everything sort of slows down for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've found my zone at the moment in gold 2. I thought it was gold 3, but a little bit of help. I'd push myself a little bit further, but it's at the point now I've got that good balance, got some rentals bringing in some income so I can buy additional cards. And the hardest part, the same deal every season, is getting back into gold. Because once you've used those buffs to not have them, and in our first brawl, I was playing alphas and betas, but at novice level. So all my cards were like 1. So like, except the basic ability that some of them come with was like, yeah, it was hard. Like it would have been easier at silver or gold with the buff. So yeah, it does to add a new level, just to, like, I think was Jared, did you mention this with one of the ideas going back, that, or was it Matt, having just a level 1 only tournament or something?
I was thinking that at some point there will likely be a rejection of the play to play, play to earn model, where people would just have 1 BCX cards and they would just compete with 1 BCX cards, and it would be, I would just want to fill up my 1 BCX collection, and I can see that happening. As some of them may get bored and move on from that, but I think there would also be a depth of strategy that comes along with having just a 1 BCX. Yeah. It is funny though, because I've got exactly the same. I'll get bumped down. Like this season, I didn't quite make it to Champ 3, so I got bumped down to Gold 1, and I'm getting beaten now by guys who never left Gold. Right, they live in Gold. So I've got 90% of my playtime is in Diamond, and then I'm, just that first 10% of the season, I'm getting pummeled by guys who've, maybe only arrived a month ago, but they're completely in tune with Gold, and I'm still playing as if as if Serpentine Soldier has thorns. So yeah, no, absolutely here. Yeah, and that's just part of the game, is having that malleability, that adaptability. It is funny when you say alpha and beta. The alpha tournaments are pretty much the only ones I have any hope in, because they're simpler. You know, you look at it and you go, well, I'm not going to come up against multi-sneak, because there aren't multiple sneak cards available in an alpha team. So it's a very much a more simplified model. And that's the only place I've really had success in tournaments is that. But that's what the entire game was like. You know, going back a few years. Now the complexity is just building and building, and it's just nuts. To be honest, I think if I started the game now, it would probably be too much for me. I would have just given up, especially at diamond level. But because it's each new rule set's slowly, gradually being incorporated, I'm able to keep up. But yeah, some of the guys who play this game are just nuts. Hats off to them.
Yeah, it's funny
insane.
again with the alpha beta games. I didn't realize until it was time to play. Most of my really good alphas and betas all on the rental market. And the other thing, I don't play dragons simply because my Dragon Sunless Selenius guy's level 2, so there's no point. And realized with that cap, I could have played Selenia without being disadvantaged, and then could have played some dragons. But of course, Selenia and the dragons are all in the rental market because I don't use them. But now knowing what to expect, I can prepare for the next one. It's just how do you prepare for the unknown, I guess. All right. So anyone got anything they want to share for the episode? Yeah, Gio does.
I do. I had a thought for people who have just started and who are finding it hard to have interest in a game because it's the same old in bronze. It would be nice for so instead of like crypto related, just a normal game where just like normal credits are used just in game, where you can unlock cards like a normal game. So people who want to get a feel for it for the higher levels don't have to literally put money. It's just a normal game. And if you want to buy skins and all that, you can. But it's not crypto related for the ones who are scared of crypto or just think it's a big scam, so you're trying to tackle it from just like a normal game, like Hearthstone, yeah, because not many people know how to probably know how to rent, know peak monsters. It starts to get a bit confusing, I think, for someone who's just started. So I was thinking about it like a normal game without the. So you would substitute the crypto stuff, which is already in place, and just make it as a not real money, just like a system that's, I don't know. That's just a wild thought I thought of anyway. Yeah. So that's what I think would attract just the new ones who don't know anything about crypto.
Yeah. For me, like
One
crypto's
thought.
the excitement.
Yeah.
One thought I have on that, because I've given that a bit of thought too, Gio, is you build momentum, you build your team, you get your cards together, and you slowly get good. And if somebody was to do that in the pretend version,
that's right.
There's a chance that I'm not sure if I think we've broken up. If you can hear me,
I hear you.
I think there's a chance when we're doing that. I think there's a chance if you do that, you get somebody who gets to gold and then they get to diamond, and then they look at starting again from scratch in the proper game and go, I've got my cool gold legendary that I pulled in that pack and it was wonderful, and now I have to let him go and start in the paid game now in the proper game. And I think that might be a leap too far, where people are they've burnt through their enthusiasm, where they've gone, let's do that. And they've built all this momentum in this direction. And now it's like, okay, cool. Now it's time to get completely out of the kiddie pool. You can't even stay wet, right? You got to dry off. And then you can go in the deep end. And it's, so I get what you're saying about the simplicity, but I think the game itself is keeping it as simple as they can with credits and the like, but still building that momentum in the real world, in the real game. There's other stuff too, like fraud, where people they'll go and sell you a fake copy, as a real one, and take advantage of newcomers by pretending that this is, and then no, I never said it was in the real game. No, it's just one of the things like that. So yeah, I hear you, but I think it's better if they focus on making the game, the proper game, more accessible, more user-friendly, less intimidating, and then that way your momentum carries through. You know, you never lose it.
True. It's good to focus on one thing than maybe two separate things. Yeah, absolutely. I hear you.
Yeah.
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 And then you get in the habit of playing. You go to grab your, you know, your Hydra or your Kraken, and oh, he's not there. Oh yeah, that's because it's in the, you know, and then you've got to adapt to having a different set of cards on each account.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I like where your head's at though, and I like that you're thinking about the game.
Yes, yes. Or like a trial, you can only ever make it to like silver 3 or something, you know? Like a try
Yeah.
before you buy. Almost
You
like
can pretty much
yeah.
do that
Yeah.
already with your starter cards, really.
You can. Yeah, technically. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I'm just, it's just an idea. It's just an idea. And the good ideas will stick and some of them just go away. But that's the whole point. The more people who come up with good ideas, it makes an ecosystem better. Just gotta, like, you know, everyone's just gotta work through it. It's all, especially the people working on the game, more so.
Yeah.
Can't imagine the fucking stress they gotta go through.
Just on the basic rollout though, like crypto acceptance, people are much more open to crypto today than like when I first started just, you know, a few years ago. It's like, you know, there were people who had never heard of Bitcoin 4 years ago. There's not too many people today, they might not know anything about it, but there's not too many people today that can't say they've never heard of Bitcoin. So it's pioneers, and it's like, you know, pioneers.
Growing. It's growing and showing. It's not just a grower.
Bear One had a match to show us, I believe.
Yes. Alrighty.
Yeah, I don't know which one to go with, guys. So there's the one, my guild match, and then there's one where I use Spear, which is like my favorite Zaku killer. So which one should we go with? Guild
Your
match?
favorite.
Yeah. Have you
Let's go with
dropped?
guild match?
Have you dropped it in the channel?
I did.
Yeah. Okay.
And
All right. So let's take a look at the battle then for Bear. All right. So Bear, you want to talk us through what are we looking at here?
okay, this is, I think, the first battle that came through in the guild match. Who's that? I don't know what guild that is, but it was the first time I've come across a Gladius card, and of course, like my go-to is always Zaku. Whenever I can use Zaku and I'm not comfortable with anything, I just throw him in and hope for the best. So should we just click Rumble and see how this thing goes?
Oh, Matt,
Okay.
actually, let's get the panel on the lineup. What do you think, Matt? What are we to
Well,
expect here?
I think it all comes down to whether Chimney Wallstop is going to take out your Cerberus. I note that they have Living Lava up the front, who's only going to take you know, any decent damage from magic because he's got the shield there. So he's a slow mover, but he's also going to be able to absorb a lot of damage from those guys. Chimney Wallstop, who's a gladiator, and you don't have gladiators, but they do, which is extra kudos if you won this match. I'd say
Let's look at the rule set.
it could really go down to the wire. I mean, I think if he hit your Cerberus with both the Living Lava and Chimney Wallstop, then the game would be pretty much over at that point, because depending on the order in which they hit him, they're going to the Chimney Wallstop's going to get his bloodlust, and once that train starts a rolling, it gets very, very hard to stop. Particularly because he has armor, and armor comes back when he kills somebody, which means that the blast damage coming from these guys is going to be hard pressed to push through his health. So looking at this, I would probably guess that you didn't win, but the fact that you're sharing it, I'm thinking maybe that you did. So
You know me too well, Matt.
What are you thinking, Gio?
Yeah, I think whoever's faster and whoever has, in this scenario, higher leveled cards. And it looks like, yeah, you got that, Bear. You know, you got that sneak. You got Yoden, man. You got
Look,
Yoden.
he's not
With
foolproof,
snipe.
like, you know.
With sneak. Sorry, with
Snipe.
sneak. Yeah. Snipe. Yeah. Sneak
Snipe.
snipe.
Snipe's
Yeah.
my boy.
Yeah, dude. Now you're just taking out their back row.
Now, with snipe doesn't matter here because there's no, apart from our chicken, apart from the opponent's chicken, they're all melee. So snipe will take out the chicken, but then it's just going to be hitting the front card anyway.
Fair.
No,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just throw snipe in for like just hope for the best. I'm like, I saw this when it came up, and for the replay, I'm like, oh damn it, I'm done. And then yeah, so let's just play it out and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a watch.
All right, here we go.
Come on, Zaki, you got this, man.
Yeah, there we go.
It's got all this range
the
there
blast
too,
is-
because range
Yeah,
can play in first position.
Yeah.
I hadn't noticed that it was Divine Shield, and obviously anyone with Blast is going to do better in Divine Shield because you're doing those extra little hits that strip off Divine Shield.
Well, that's why I went with Zaku, because Divine Shield is like that. I need that extra 2 hits to, you know, strip that.
Yeah. The fact they're Serpentine, what is he, the opportunist there, the fact he took out your Cerberus instead of Chimney Wallstop meant that Chimney didn't get that Bloodlust upgrade.
I got lucky.
Yeah, but no, I think you probably would have won this most times this match, looking at it now. Lovely.
And a miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, speed.
Right.
Yeah, the speed helped out heaps, didn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like my first match from the Drop Bears Guild, and yeah, I was shocked ass. I'm like, yeah, watch this, Gio.
You tore the floor, man. You were like what? Second on the board of the guild. To
No,
how many
that's
wins?
my husband. That was Ben.
Oh
Matt.
man, dude, he
Ben
tore.
came second.
He tore it up.
I know, I was shocked ass. I'm gonna have to take my delegations off him. I'm like, no.
You can't give him the upper hand, girl. Like...
No, I'm gonna take my Zaku back. I'm gonna get all this shit back.
No way. I ain't having no.
Yeah, and he wants to go me, and he wiped the floor with me last time with my own cards.
Beat you with your own cards.
Is that right?
It's like a turkey slap.
Yeah.
He wants to get divorced, this guy.
Oh well, that was great.
Oh, tears.
Are we sharing more?
Sorry.
You got one to share, have you, Gio?
He's got. Give me heaps to share, Gio. No, do the Chaos Agent one.
Yeah, can you show? I don't even know where that is.
Sorry, I got you. I got this.
Thank you. Yeah, dude, I was when I was in gold or diamond, man, Chaos Agent with like backfire. Oh, he's broken. He
For
is
one mana too.
Yeah. Yeah, I purposely put him in the front. Like he's like my tank in a way, but just evasive. It's just crazy. And then you just slow your opponents down, especially for like Cursed Windaku and like even just a slime or a boogeyman. Whew. Sheesh. Yeah.
My Chaos Agent's like level 1 or 2, so it's like
Same here.
some of those cards you don't think of, because Holozor really promoted Chaos Agent as well when he was on. You look at it at its level 1 sort of thing, and you just don't think about it again.
You don't
look at the stats, you don't see what comes later. And as Matt nailed it, like 1 mana. I need to start thinking a lot more differently to get further in this game.
And it has phase.
Although, good value for money for mana wise is great, but again, and I've said this in Drop Bears chat, One thing that will kill you quick in gladiator brawls, particularly as you go to sort of tier 2, is that if you start feeding your opponents easy bloodlust wins, then you're going to get wrecked. So yeah, Chaos Agent, if he's 1 mana and you go, I'll throw him up the front in case I get misses, and then somebody with magic just takes him out, and they're a gladiator with magic. Now they're doing extra magic damage. They've got more armor, they've got more health and more speed in the next round, and that can be the jumping off. That can be the the leapfrog that has them just take out your entire team. Like in drafts when they go dun 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 dun, they take everything. That's that.
Oh, Matt, but this isn't a brawl. This match. This is just
No, I'm just saying, because
in
you guys are
general.
just starting brawling. Yeah, you've got to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
No, but you could have come up against Grum. Oh man, that card is so broken. I got smashed two games today trying to get through my my last quest against a Grum. Just broken. It's like level 15 lives or something by the time like was battling with my last card.
When he hits and takes it out, he snowballs.
8 damage. He was doing 8 damage and like healing for ridiculous amount and had 15 lives. It was just like
nasty.
Yeah.
But he's got to do the damage. That's the thing. So if you get somebody like I can't think of his name now, but the fisherman, lone boatman with repair, and you get also the armor smith with repair, then you can be just one bit of armor will stop him every round. But of course, you're not necessarily going to know the way that the turns.
Unless you got Inspire, then that would really like it could wreck you then straight through your armor.
Yeah,
I think if you've got piercing.
Oh, piercing. Yeah. Sorry, it's piercing. Yeah. Yeah, Gio. You had something to share with Grum with the piercing damage.
Yeah. Not piercing per se, but more like just being a tank. So your back row can do all the snipe and sneak and all that. So you're able to take out your opponent while he just takes up and soaks up all the hits. And yeah, that's pretty much about him. That's what I wanted to share.
But like he hits pretty hard himself, so you wouldn't just be taking out the back row. He'd be doing his bit on the front as well.
If he hits, but what I mean is before he hits, there's a lot more quicker cards that could be doing more to the opponent. Otherwise, I've seen him in support roles. I've played him in when you support him with like repair as well. Depends what you're up against, but it's good because he has shields, like heaps of he's got heaps of armor. So yeah, he's just real effective against melee and he's got void. So yeah, he's real good against that too. And void armor, I think I'm so forgetting what. Yeah, he has void armor and void as well. So that's really cool if you can keep his armor up. Yeah.
He was the first card that you went nuts on, wasn't he? The first card you maxed?
Yeah, I think so, but I don't remember.
Yeah. So when he landed his airdrop, you were just like, it's just all you talked about for 2 days, and then suddenly like you just sent me a screenshot of a maxed Grum. I'm like, whoa, what did you do? What did you do?
Yeah, I have to thank Charles Hoskinson. Thank you, Charles, for the experience of Grum and Splinterlands. Yeah.
Who's Charles Hoskinson?
It's just a dude from Ada.
Cardano. Of course, because that's who paid for it. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I like the dude.
So while we were just switching back around there, I saw you dropped another link in the chat. Is this another game you want to share with us?
No, that's Gio's game.
Was it Gio who dropped that link in?
Yeah, that's no.
I think Bear did.
Yeah.
After me though, I want Matt. I want Matt to show us a game, and I think that'd be.
There's one in there, but it's a little bit higher up in the feed.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the Drop Bears server, isn't it? You post something, and next thing you know, it's buried.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want Matt to. Yeah, he's interesting. He's got really good battles and really good insight.
Matt's got some really good battles.
Is it
How'd
you
you
one
go
with
in your guild?
Aussie Ninja?
Aussie
Yeah,
Ninja?
that's the one. Yeah, throw
Yeah.
that one up, Bob, and
Right.
we'll, if we have time, we'll go to Geo's one at the
All
end.
right.
I agree.
All right. So what's happening here, Matt?
So this is a
I'll
this
just
is the
bring up
guild
the rule
brawl.
set. Sorry, one sec.
Yep, you're right.
There we go.
This is a brawl. You can see we've each brought in a gladiator. Now he's got the that goblin-looking fella there with Sneak, and I've got my favourite Captain Katie. Now, Captain Katie is a magic sniper, which means she cuts right to the chase. She skips armor and she hits somebody soft in the back row. Usually that's the plan. And I will typically try to build a team around my gladiator. So instead of trying to do damage with everybody, I will try and pick a gladiator and then support them. All the other cards are about supporting them, whether that's the tank, whether that's somebody speeding them up, minimizing the damage that they take. So, for example, I've brought in that crystal werewolf there because he normally has silence, but I don't think he has silence there, does he? Because it's too low a level.
It looks like he does.
Yeah, it's the
does.
first
He does?
ability. Yeah.
Yeah.
My eyes aren't fantastic from
Need
here. Yeah, okay,
glasses.
so good. He does. Yeah, I'm getting there. So that's the idea, but it's an interesting sort of a match. Does anyone have any theories on what happens here?
This is beyond my pay grade.
Oh, come on,
Um,
Gio. Come on. You know exactly how this is going to go down.
I don't. I don't. Okay, well, I'm sorry. This is foreign to me. I just have to see. I don't have an opinion for once.
Right. There? What's your take?
No, I'm just looking at the bloodlust and the opportunity. Like, I don't know.
Mm.
Like, I would always bet on Matt Butso, but I'm biased, so.
Right. I'm just looking at the life alone, and thinking like, because there's some low lifers in there, and so it also means you might not have a lot of control over your opportunity because like they're all pretty low.
Yep.
But just the positioning too there, like if they are trying to like scatter the Pellicor, or is, yeah, it's just strange that it's where it is. It's like, to me, that's like a strange place to put it. I usually put it either second, if I'm playing like maybe two, like Lord Arianthus and the Pellicor, or what is it, the Conjurer. So and I've got a heavy hitting back row, so I need a lot of mana to play a game like that. But you're really, really restricted here by the mana.
So my rationale here was that I figured opportunists are going to go for my that 1 mana card there. I forget her name. She's only got 2 health, and I didn't want Captain Katie getting hurt by blast damage. So I figured if they've got a blaster, they're going to aim for her. They're going to hit. Hopefully, they're going to be ranged. So they're going to hit her and then do some blast damage either side. Captain Katie's going to stay alive and undamaged for as long as possible. That was my thinking there, because it's an opportunity rule set, so they're going to go.
Blast shield.
That was my, So I built my team around it. Hit play, and we'll see what transpired.
Yeah, just a quick one on that. I mentioned before when you brought up Captain Katie, and I said that I asked what did she look like, because in Star Trek Voyager, Q always used to call Captain Janeway Captain Katie. And Geo pulled up a couple of images in Discord chat the other day, side by side. Captain Katie is definitely Catherine Janeway from Star Trek Voyager, 100%. Fitting image.
So you reckon it's paying homage to the character?
Definitely, yeah. There's some fan homage going on there for sure. All right, let's see how this goes.
Oh yeah, there's the silence.
Boom. You're going down, Matt.
Yeah, so it's not a comeback story. It's me getting flogged by Aussie Ninja. I did get bloodlust there.
Yeah.
However, there's a couple of things that I want to talk about. I'm too much in love with Captain Katie here, right? I really am. So in the opportunity mindset, in the opportunist rule set, your melee is generally going to do better. I paid lip service to that by throwing in the Crystal Werewolf with the thorns, and what he did was, my mindset is always going to be, I want fewer cards with higher health in Gladiator in phrase, because I don't want to feed their bloodlust. What actually happened was his bloodlust didn't even become a factor. I think his card got one bloodlust, but it was all over by then anyway. His monkey, his flaming monkey, the little 1 mana epic, he did inspire and sped up the whole team, which meant those himself and the creeping ooze and his gladiator and his vulture, they were all doing +1 extra damage, and they were all going faster. And I think sometimes we can outsmart ourselves. So in that case, I literally was beaten by somebody who went faster and hit harder.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what happens, right? And you can play these. There's a quote from a game I play a lot, Path of Exile, and one of the items in there, the catchphrase for it, and I'm paraphrasing, but it basically says, look, plot your plots and scheme your schemes. They won't pull my axe from your chest. And when I read that, I was like, that really, because I tend to be a bit more of an intellectual than a fighter, that really struck home for me. Like, you don't need to be right. If you lash out first and just win, that's often violence, and so that really brought that home to me again, watching that match against Aussie Ninja, and I'm like, yep, I'm playing my games, but he just hit me harder and faster and rolled over me. So congratulations, you're out there.
Well done, Aussie Ninja. Yeah.
Good game.
I was surprised, Matt. Like I was about to say that before. You always leave us surprised, so I wouldn't be surprised if you lost. But I just did not know. I just didn't know,
Yep, all
All
good.
right. So let's have a look at yours then, Gio. See what you've got for us.
Obviously,
week.
mine I win.
Well, you're in the drop bears, of course you are.
Well, I just lost 7 times just before trying to get to. Yeah, just trying to climb up the ranks, and no luck. So I'm just going to give it a break.
I don't have one here from you, Gio. Or is that what Bear dropped in?
Bear. dropped
So
it.
the last one from Bear is you.
Should be.
All right.
Should be. I'll have a look.
Yeah, it
What's
is.
your username?
Oh, it's gotta
Against Shakan and
God.
Behahuerson.
be. Yeah. I don't know who he is, but he's good.
All right. Okay. So
And I
let's have
think
a look.
I got lucky because I reckon he would whoop my ass at any other time.
Yeah, I saw
Alright.
this. I'm like, what are you doing, Gio?
Yeah, like what's going on?
So do you want to elaborate on that, Bear? What's he doing?
No, well, he's got like that chaos agent at the back. Yeah,
Mm,
he's got a stack of abilities, but he's only got 4 health. Like, things like this, I always try and stack up the health. It's just me though. I'm like, the more health, the better, and better chance of lasting the distance. But what do I know? So
yeah.
roll
Well,
this.
my thoughts on it was I wanted the actual range to live the longest because he hits the hardest and he's got poison. So in between 2 protectors on either side, front and back, here's this little dude who's just dishing out a whole lot of damage in comparison to the opponent. Now he's being -1 on the we'll see how it goes. -1. -1.
Two of your favorites there, your Merjat and your Soul Strangler.
Magic. That's what. Why do I keep forgetting magic? -1 magic. Damn. And Jin Muriat, right, is a counter for magic. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a easy win. Well, should be. Anyway, but the dude hits hard. Look, wait, this is not. Wait, no, that's not it. Wait, no, this is it.
This
Yes,
is it.
this is
Just
it.
I'm like,
Yeah,
that pixie got you. I'm like, how are you gonna
yeah.
get this?
Oh, and then Chaos Agent.
How did
Yeah?
that work?
I don't know.
Right at the end there.
Oh, phase, and phase
Backfire.
and yeah, phase and that.
Wow. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, same. I
Right?
thought I was gonna lose. Well, I
I
thought I
was
was gonna
not
win,
expecting
and then I
that.
was gonna lose. Yeah.
Card with no attack. You know what's funny there? Had you played a summoner that didn't silence him, that didn't reduce his magic damage by 1, you would have actually done better. Because your tank has
Magic Reflect.
force field.
Yes.
Force field. And so when he gets hit by
Hey.
5 or more damage in a single attack, it reduces down to 1. So his heavy hitter would have only done you 1 damage per round, but you reduced his magic damage down to 4, and so he did 4 damage per round instead of 1.
Did
Just one of
not
those
know
things.
that.
You
Yeah.
can't predict it, but yeah.
So in other words, it would have helped to have the other dude who minuses melee for the
Yes.
Yep. I forgot
In
his
that
name.
particular match, you would have been better off, yeah. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to want to play silence. It's just if you had you seen his team first, you might have gone, yeah, okay, I'm gonna let that one guy hit really hard because I want to get above that and then only take 1 damage per round.
Yeah, in essence, it was close, man. It was real close.
Yeah, it's very close. They're exciting ones.
Yeah, I was not expecting. As soon as I saw it, all he had left was your Chaos Agent. I thought, he tricked us. He says this in my game. Of course, I've won. I thought, he's tricked us. He's lost. And
Yeah,
then
I thought we had the
he
wrong
won,
link.
and I'm staring, thinking like, what just happened?
Yeah, I thought I was gonna lose too. I forgot the game.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bob, how about you?
Oh,
Have you shown?
Yeah, no, okay. I've got one actually to go for this week. So let's have a look at this one. So there's a story
ready.
which goes for this one. I'll share the story after the game. But yeah, who wants to jump in first there with their 2 cents?
Matt.
Yeah, let's have a look here. You're going to be hitting her slip spawn. I would assume that you would have lost this. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm going to say. I would say you would lose this. To be honest, I don't think you're doing enough damage output for what's actually you're getting magic reflect, but your Pellicle Conjurer will be dead fairly quickly. I would think you'd lose this one. Sorry, mate.
All right. Bear?
I don't know. It's a tough one. Like, I'm no expert like Matt, but so what would I know? But I'm just looking at the amount of health and the speed and all of that going around, and let's see, it's flying. So how many flying does everybody else have?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. This is tough. It's a tough call. I think it's a tough call. I can't.
All right.
You'd have to take 6 of that. Yeah. Nothing. I've got nothing. I hope for the best. I hope you win, Bob.
Joe, what do you
Bob.
reckon?
I think you're gonna win because you have Tyrius with the +1 shields, right? Armor, and then you got Adelaide with the repair, resurrect. I don't know how important that's gonna be. Yeah, and you got Conjurer in the front. So if that stays alive long enough, possibly with a repair as well. I don't know, man. I think I'm just gonna say you got this.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I played Adelaide for the repair because my normal repair dude, Venari, is a neutral, and it was a no neutral game. So with that sort of mana available, I would have preferred to have played something a bit higher in the magic. But yeah, I really needed her for the repair.
And that guy has taunt.
Oh, this dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him all the time. But he goes down pretty quick. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of dodge or anything, so he's an easy
Hmm.
target at least. He's just got all that health to get through.
Oh, well, let's see. Yo, that miss though. Oh, damn.
Yeah, he went down quick.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
boom.
Oh, this is earthquake as well. Wow,
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
not see that. Okay. Life leech plays a big deal in this, and since he's not attacking your back, yeah, you might, you got this.
Yeah,
I see.
earthquake basically won this for me.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
love
and
that.
he's, yeah,
Because I
he's
had
only
like
got
a
one
lot of
card.
wings in this game as well.
He's only got one card with wings, which is at McDodge. There he is. The peg. What's his face again? He's annoying.
Regal Peyton.
Regal. Yeah, Peyton. Oh, that thing.
You know, I use that card with the llama sometimes, and pretty good. Gets the job done sometimes.
I bet.
When you're at Bronson trying to level your way up. Maybe.
So yeah, that was I was quite happy with that win.
That's a good win.
That
Yeah.
was interesting.
Very well thought of, Bob. Well done.
No, I just with earthquake, I'm either hard hitting right up front, thorns, just do as much damage as I can to them on top of earthquake, or I go for the wings, and determine on that is my splinter. Now, how many wings do I have in the splinters available? Or in this particular case, I was doing a life quest today, so it had to be life. So here's my wings. Yeah, I've got enough wings. Let's do this. And as Gio mentioned, the shields, the repair, because it's if you can just recover from that 2 damage, and you're in the middle somewhere, and the only damage you're taking is earthquake, and you can recover from that. Yeah, sound strategy. But yeah, strategy is only as good as what you think they're going to play. So in this case, I've pulled it off. Yeah.
Nice one, Bob.
Yeah, nicely done. Even with the earthquake, I didn't think you had that one. So kudos.
Matt, I just want to hear you talk for a bit, man. I don't know what about anything. I don't know, man. I just feel like you should.
We got some bedtime dramas going on over here, so I'm trying to selectively mute myself. But I think I do want to come back to just how well Drop Bears did in the Brawl. I think it's going to be the first of many. I think when you guys start winning decent crowns, get some upgrades, get some merits happening, you're going to fall in love with your own gladiators and overuse them, whether the situation calls for it or not. Get punished for it. It's all part of the fun. So, yeah, no, I'm very impressed. Always great to see a guild doing well, pulling together, smashing it, kicking goals, taking names. So, no, congrats. But no, it's been a fascinating, as always, it's been a fascinating week or so in Splinterlands. I think we've just announced crypto.com listing for SPS. That was just today. So that's obviously huge news. Aggie
Massive.
posted we had some ridiculous number of cards rented at the end of season. 2 million cards plus rented at the end of season, so setting records there. So the game itself is going gangbusters. So yeah, it's a good time to be getting a part of it.
I actually, sorry, Bob.
No.
I told a friend about how Splinterlands is, it's been accepted by crypto.com, and he's like, dude, everyone's partnered with crypto.com.
It's so true, but
But I said, look, you're right. You are right. But it's a big step for this. Yeah, it's a big step for Splinterlands who don't have that far outreach yet. They're trying. They're really trying, and I respect that.
But that's a
cool
positive, man. I mean, Adam the landlord, like one of the big things when he was newish into crypto, I actually got him onto CoinSpot. He used my referral code on CoinSpot. I was like, yeah, too much Bitcoin. But his other big thing at the time was crypto.com. So, because, you know, you can order the metal coke cutter that comes with the crypto.com. And so his big thing at the time was the fact that UFC were advertising Crow. And he was like, that's huge, that's huge. And so he just bought a whole shitload of Crow just because of that. So yeah, partnerships, it's, you know, if he's saying, oh, everyone's had a piece of that bike, it's like, well, that's a good thing, man. That's
yeah,
a good
yeah,
thing.
I know,
Yeah.
but I just found it so funny when he said that. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Actually, so Bear, you have any vacancies in the guild at the moment? What's
Yes,
happening
we
with
do.
recruitment?
Look, drop bears is like the Oscars. We've got seat fillers.
That's a good one.
So, you know, if anyone out there is like, okay, so the drop bears is like, what would you say? Would you like classify us as zealot gamers? You know, Splinterlands zealots / investors, because that's pretty much what we've got in the group.
I'd
So,
say so. And I think we're not you know, we like playing, but we're not like super crazy hardcore to the point where,
are you really saying this,
where it's
Gio?
Just super
Is Gio
crazy.
saying this?
No, well, where it's like off-putting. You know how like people get way too into something, like crazy into something, it's just off-putting. I don't believe we have that here. We're pretty accepting. We just want people who are active, who, you know, contribute a little bit, like as we all do, as expected, as a guild to move forward.
Yeah,
And
like,
yeah,
yeah. I think our bare minimum is like just do your dailies, man, and contribute with the scrolls. And you know, so we can get to everybody can enjoy level 4% of the EC bonus. If you want to contribute to the guild, awesome. If you don't, that's still okay. But you know, as long as you're like an investor and you're serious about the game and you love the game, we've got a spot for you. Like even better if you're up in the leaderboard, because we're going to need you come brawl time.
yeah, we all
If
grow.
you're a
We all
gold-
grow.
If you're a gold 4 player, we want you in our team. No.
Yeah.
And
for
how do
real.
people
Well,
get in touch with you, Bear?
Right in the comments. Comments
Comment
good.
below. Yeah.
I'll just look for drop bears in the guild list.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll put it out there. You'll find us.
Yeah.
easy going. There's no hard feelings there. You know, everyone's just doing their thing. We're all in this together. As cliche as that sounds.
And it's just
We're
a good
legit
resource
in this
pool, isn't it?
together.
You know, someone discovers something and shares it, thinking,
Yeah.
oh, I'm such a noob, I only just realized this. And everyone else goes, oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
We learn together. I mean, we've just had
Exactly.
a first brawl, so we're here to learn together. No one's really. This is why we have Matt as the advisor.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
we
Matt-
just
Matt's
tag
our
Matt and like, Matt, what's this? And
Guru. He's got the guru position. I
he's
saw
got
there.
the guru status, and we're just
Yeah.
all bears, and like we just hit Matt up and like.
It is funny with this game though, because you know you're the new guy, and then you look up a few minutes later, and there's 1,000 people who've joined since you, and they're all looking at you going, "So how do we anything?" And you're like, "Well, hang on, I'm the guru. When did that happen?" And it's just like when you know.
You've been in this like what 3 years ago? You came over my place for Christmas preaching about the game. I remember 07 had this massive, the biggest freaking tab I've ever seen. Still to this day, playing the game while we're chatting. And like, come on, bro. You know, it's like this is
The guy was a
crazy.
machine. He was an absolute machine, and that's why you burnt out, right? You've got to just got to take your time. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and that's I love seeing people hit the ground running, but you also need to you need to pace yourself too, because that it's like couples. Sometimes you see them and you're like, well, it's flaring up, but that might flare out too. Sometimes it's the slow burn that gets the win. So yeah, it's great to see everybody doing well. Makes me happy. And yeah, it's just funny. You see somebody who goes, look, I've been playing for 4 or 5 months, and I've really just things are just starting to click. And then I check my account balance, and I've never saved more than $500 in my savings account, and yet I've got an account that's worth $3,500. Like, how does that even? And then 6 months down the track, they're like, I can't even comprehend. I got $12,500 worth of cards. It's just doing my head in. And as you go along, and as people go look at their account value, they become more involved and more engaged because they see that this thing is actually, I'm not going to say it's a good superannuation or pension plan, but it's, you know, the volume is there, the liquidity is there. If you want to sell it, I mean, as long as you don't have like a third of one card, you can cash out by selling your holdings fairly readily. And you know, people, the bigger we get, the more that little digit there on Peak Monsters reflects the actual value of your account, and that's pretty huge for some people because it's so much easier to save in a game like this where it's, you know, it's a new Pellicore Conjurer. Okay, yeah, whatever. But when they run out of print, right, and then there's a whole lot of new people arriving and they go, oh, I wish I had a Pellicore Conjurer, I'll give you $5 for it. Suddenly you go, well, I got 400 of these and they're worth $5 each. Okay, that's serious money real quick. So it's about time in the game. It's about logging in every day, like you say, doing your quest, and just, you know, not burning out, and then looking back and saying, wow, suddenly I'm the guru. I've got all these people saying, this is our first brawl. And I look at it, I go, yeah, well, actually, I've probably done 15 brawls now, I guess, 20 brawls, something like that. I guess I am a guru. So I guess just, you know, spread the love. And as we keep growing, just make sure you're also being kind and warm and supportive to the newcomers, and we'll all get there together.
All right.
I mean, not me. I'll be off in the Caribbean somewhere.
So on spreading the love, the tickers just reached the 5-minute mark. So just in wrap up, as you know, in previous shows, we always said, no, if you want to be a guest on the show, come on, just let us know, comment below. Bears, come on. How easy was tonight to do? How easy was it?
It's really easy. It's awesome. Like, I mean, I know you guys fight anyway, so you know, you're easygoing, you're nice boys, very welcoming. Just like the drop bear. So if you want to join the guild, like,
There it is.
Drop bears represent.
last kick out for the guild.
Another thing too we do is with the battle sharing. If you've got a battle that you want us to analyze in the same way that we've looked tonight, and we'll look at your lineup, we'll discuss it, we'll play it, we'll discuss. Drop a link in the comment section below and we'll discuss your video. And remember also, every single week, one viewer will receive 10% of the post rewards simply by providing a comment down below, a comment that generates the most engagement. Each week, whoever that is, gets 10% of the post rewards. So final words in wrapping up. We'll go around the clock. No, we've covered it all.
I've got nothing. Yeah,
you've always got something to say at the end. You always
yeah, but see, something comes to me when you're just about to click the button. So
okay. We'll
I
wait till then.
I don't know. I'm pretty tired. Pretty tired tonight. So yeah, I'm just happy to be here with you and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice meeting you, Bear.
You're up late last night for the actual season end, which is what, like 2 a.m. Australian time. 3
a.m.
3
Australian time.
Yeah, and as Matt would call it, I burnt myself out. I'm burnt, bro. And now I'm making shit decisions in the game, and now I can't even get back into gold. How's that?
All right.
Spiraling, circling the drain.
Oh,
I do have one final thought. End of season, been looking at some great report cards. So I might hit you up, Bob, to put a link to the season report card generator at the bottom of the post. That's from Kiokis. He's an Aussie too. So you use that it'll print off it'll generate all of your results for the season, wins and all that. And you just throw in some details and hit post. It's actually a really cool, fun way to compare how you've done across seasons. And just because it's just been the end of season, I've been seeing and reading a lot of those and dropping them an upvote from, for people who put a bit more effort in. So, yeah.
Sweet. And thanks for the reminder. Actually, because Bear sent us all the link in the guild. And I actually went in, we used the Drop Bears backdrop for it. And I put in all the tags and hit post and I get the pop-up. Oh, you need to write more. I was like, oh, I didn't write anything. Okay.
Yeah, talk about your season, Bob.
And then I got distracted and I never got back to it. So I'll I'll get my report card out and I will definitely put the link below as well.
It's good. It's a skeleton, and then you just flesh it out yourself, which I
Yeah.
think is really good. Rather than just that blank page can be a bit intimidating. So
Yeah.
if you haven't tried it, get amongst it. It's great.
All right. Now he is tired, isn't he? He's really tired tonight. He's got
Yeah,
nothing.
look, he's fading.
He's
I'm ready to click, guys.
All right.
I'm ready
so
to
we're gonna.
like fade back into my background.
Okay. All right. So thanks again, guys. Look, we have a ball doing this. I hope you do. If you enjoyed this, share it, upvote it, comment. Come on the show, share your battles. That's why we're here. And I'm Boba Fett. Peace out.